Hajime no Ippo. Back at it again. Ooh, I love this boxing series. Probably if not the best worst manga ever, it's one of the best. Top five, definitely top five. I also love the actual sport boxing. I don't know if anyone knows. I really want to make boxing videos too, which would be cool. Like talk about the Spence versus Crawford fight, potential fight, things that's wrong with boxing, boxers I currently like watching. I think that would be pretty cool to add to my channels. But anyways, Hajime no Ippo back at it again. Takamura is in the middle of his fight with this dude who's supposedly lucky all the damn time. And he's been shown it because he could have knocked his ass out immediately in the second and first round. Let's get to it. Chapter 1344. That somehow Takamura has gone completely on the defensive. And I think something was wrong with his leg, right? If I remember. His Something had happened to his leg. He got hit by a car, I believe. This dude has the worst injuries and tries to play it off like crazy. I can't remember ever seeing such a thing. And he's just pounding on Takamura. Takamura is just crouched. A man of flawless skill and unbridled ability. A man who always fought however he wanted with no regard for the consequences is now clamping down his guard for dear life like a turtle. They ain't never seen a Takamura like this. Unless you go back to that, was it Ethan Hawke fight? Is a 3 weight class domination too steep a goal after all? This looks bad. Is super middleweight something beyond the abilities of the Japanese? The hell is this? He's getting beat. He might lose. And that's Itagaki just blurting that out. Takamura ain't gonna lose, man. He's like the one thing you know for sure. Kind of like death is inevitable. Like that's the only good thing guaranteed in life. Is like guaranteed that Takamura is gonna win in life. That's just crazy. Don't you dare put that out in the universe. See, Aoki and damn, I forget his name. Whatever his name is. It might look like he's being beaten on horribly, but he's yet to even take a significant punch. There you go. That's from Miyata. He's the only one I've seen. So basically just hitting him flush on his arms, making it look good. Still rounds. Ugh, what an unpleasant memory. He's thinking of Ippo. When Ippo was beating on him. Raining down from every angle. The champion is aiming for any tiny gap he can find. Can he split that guard open? Can the challenger hang on? If there's no gaps, then you gonna go for uppercut? Only 15 seconds left. Ippo's widening his eyes. That's Operation Turtle. If you're still standing at the end, then I'll give you your next instructions. This is a flashback to when Ippo was first learning. And he shows Takamura showing how to do it. Instructions. That's it. Takamura-san will come back to get instructions. He definitely come back to get instructions from the coach. And the coach is, ugh, he's grinning. I'll just open one myself. Yup. And here it comes. A right uppercut, like I called, a barrage of heavy blows right down the middle. He better chill out before he gets countered by Takamura. What a tight guard. He can't get in. He's not budging an inch. Nope. And the challenger, he's just like, huh? Don't you dare look down on my power. My defense is number one in the universe. Not even a supernova could pry this open this guard. Just 10 seconds left. Yeah, go Takamura. But this idiot. So he's getting cheered on just a little more. Please hang in there. That's Itagaki. And then this is Aoki. Just hold out for the break. Don't stop. Don't let it end here. 5 seconds now. Bear with it. Hang until the next round. The thought of someone like him all guard up like this, unable to fight, and my opponent thinking that I'm nothing but defense with no balls. I can't. This is talking about the type of fighter to fuck his own shit up when he's doing good. On some real shit like a Tim Bradley in real life. Many boxers do this. They just fuck up just for shits and giggles and ruin the whole fight for them. Just and Takamura just stops defending and goes, "Take this." Oh shit! What happened? What happened? Okay, so Takamura goes to attack, and he immediately gets countered, spewing blood, and he's on the ropes. That's the gong. He managed to survive. He'll make it to the next round. This idiot really did that. But what was that at the end? Why did he open up his guard? That was way too dangerous. God damn it. Everything's all fucking itchy. You damn fool. You got you got too full of yourself and took an unnecessary punch. Sit down. Kamigawa was just pissed off. Coach Takamura-san believed in the coach and came back to him. Now for the instructions. Old man, can't you do something about it? I'm itchy all over. It's really a problem. Can you not admit that it hurts? I knew it. He's taking real damage. And his leg injury is bad too. Is Takamura-san really complaining? He's really in trouble. And what's going on with that last swing in this situation? What would I do? What would I say? And this is Ippo. When the fuck is he about to get in the ring again? I can't take much longer of Ippo not being in a ring. This is his story, and it's about to be Senda's story or even Takamura's story. I get it. It's like supposed to be mirroring a real life experience in terms of growth, but Ippo got to get in that ring already. It's been too long. Morikawa has been putting this off for way too long. Okay, back to it. I'm too inexperienced. I can't think of anything. But if it's the coach, he'll be able to give him great instructions. There's always just one way out of this. Not that I'm surprised, but he seems... This is the opponent. But he's in bad shape, it seems. The flow's entirely in our favor now. It never works like that when you're against Takamura. When he curls up like that, you can't pry it open by brute force. I was watching him. He drops his right guard just a little, but it leaves both of his sides open. Throw a left hook at it. Oh shit. Throw a left hook at his right temple and a pair of uppercuts at his body. Forget about straights right now. Focus entirely on attacks from the side. Yeah, you're right. He about to get his fighter fucked up for that. Yeah, you're right. Remember, Keith, what happened on that day? Why is it that God protects you today? It's precisely because you had the worst luck in the world. The world's best luck fell into your hand. Not so? You remember your bad luck and push forward? Don't let yourself be spoiled by your good luck now. Aim even higher. Clench your fists with confidence. If you think it, it'll come true. Yes, Master. Yes, my God. So, what should I use? Spirit. Kamigawa don't really be giving good advice. And talking about himself. The fuck? For once in my life, I'm coming to you with my hands out, and you give me that bullshit. I'm not looking for some crap psychology here. I'm telling you to tell me what to do here to win. Quit your complaining. You want me to come up with some new technique on the spot that you've never practiced? You really think you can get over your long-term detriments in 1 minute interval? It's right. There's nothing really talking about can do. Just stop being stupid. You going to practice right now? You think that after just 30 seconds you'll be able to pull it off? Okay, go for it. Give it a try. Shut it already. That big guy is sneaky. He's not fighting one-on-one. He brought someone else in the ring with him. What's he saying? Is he recognizing something with his newly... So that's why. Come on. You come on too. Seconds out. Up. Here he goes. The Kamigawa slap to the back. What he did with Ippo, he's doing it to Takamura. Take me with you. He slap jolts him. It leaves the lingering image of his hand on Takamura's back. And he's getting powered up from it, doing a gorilla beating of his chest. He didn't really give him any instructions. It really just looked like they were arguing, but still, get out there. Oh, somehow those two, I have a feeling that they're turning this around. If he's got something with him, I'll bring someone too. If he's got someone with him, I'll bring someone too. I'll show you my trump card. Round 4. Secret move. 2 hearts, 1 fist. You see Takamura going in, and you see an image of Kamigawa behind him. Bring forth your victory through your bonds as master and disciple to be continued. Damn, Hajime Ippo was so good. And that's the end of 1344. Was it 1345? But like I said before, it's really hard to imagine Takamura losing. Like when it comes to being in boxing, that dude, all he does is just win. Okay. Chapter 1345. 2 hearts, 1 fist. One of the super secret 48 techniques. 2 fists, 2 hearts, 1 fist. Also known as spirit. You better take a good look. He's putting out on a tough front, but his back leg is barely touching the ground. Yep. His injury is bad. The wall that is super middleweight stand before Japan's Hawk. Will this wall keep him from his 3rd weight class domination? Rather, is it this man blocking the way? The coach's slap gave him spirit to spare, heading into the turbulent 4th round. The gong rings on. Was sure to be a dangerous 4th round. Ooh. Damn, Hajime Ippo was so good. Here we go. Here it is. It's his big chance now. Make it happen, Takamura. It looked like the coach said something to him. But will it make a difference? They need to chill. He needs to chill. He took a big hit that last second of round 3. So he's probably still affected by that too. You're asking too much, Mr. Miyata. Rather than any advice he got during the interval making an impact, the champion is still riding the momentum from before. I'm glad he realized that the flow won't change that easily. You plebes are probably thinking that the flow can't change so quickly. But it'll change, all right. I'll make it change. All of my trump cards are S-class killing moves, but hopefully you won't really die. So he's going in with the jab, and immediately he's just rocked by Keith. He bleeds, spurting out blood. He just took a huge left swing as a counter. Why does he keep taking those big shots? He's going down. The challenger's in a terrible position. As he's falling down, you see the image of Kamigawa's hand on his back. You better hold me up, old man. No, he saw it coming. He nullified the power by slipping back. Okay. We got Miyata's point of view. Truly deciphering what's going on. Trump card, 2 hearts, 1 fist. Alright, I can take that much. Takamura! Oh shit. Takamura fell back into the ref and almost falling back. He has to rely on his unstable right foot to keep him balanced, to get his balance, and now he hurt himself. He really hurt himself. Did he injure himself brushing into the referee? His back's away, hopping on 1 foot. It's obviously he hurt his leg. How did that happen? What terrible luck. He just made it worse. This bad luck just keeps piling up. How can it get any worse? What great luck, Keith. Go! If you think it, it'll come true. Ever since that time. What's with his gun? What's his backstory? I can't remember how many people were getting shot to death on the news, and drug addicts were killing themselves all over the place. Okay. The reporters camping outside our front door were going to find out that was who my dad was. That was who my dad was. Okay, I covered my ears and ignored it all for days, but I knew I couldn't keep it up forever. All Mom would do was repent over and over again. We need to talk about what to do next. Oh, did his mom kill herself? Yo, she hung herself. But then I was alone. That's crazy. What do I do now? Thinking about it, my life wasn't particularly good or bad. It was easy to imagine And I just continue on in that boring way, a lukewarm life. Maybe I should just follow mom. Not a kid thinking that. Maybe I should just follow mom. But before that, I figured I had to spend the coin in my body pocket. Once I lose this, I say goodbye. He flipped the coin to this shitty life. And he's going to like casinos or whatever, playing those type of games, jackpot and all that. Instead of losing, I kept gaining. Even though I just wanted to get rid of it, it kept on increasing. It was like good luck decided to take the place of all my bad luck. It was so puzzling. It's like he's mad that he keeps winning now. I couldn't end my life like this. Am I not being told to end it? By who? Am I being told not to end it? By who? It was God. They're back currently in the ring. Takamura on the back end, on the back foot. The champion's fierce assault pins him to the ropes. The challenger keeps up his guard for dear life. Can he hang in there? He's hitting Takamura on his sides, his ribs. It may sound great. Having everything always go your way is a boring existence. That's what I picked a fight like this, where luck can't play as much of a part. He just keep pounding on against Takamura. But it seems God still won't let me lose here either. Takamura, he's figured out all the gaps in his guard. It was never boring with you. You're not knocking Takamura out. You're not, even an injured Takamura can knock you the fuck out. Fight back. Why don't you throw any punches? This isn't like you. Takamura. On the contrary, it's just like him. That is just how wild animals are. He knows that if he fought back right now, he'd take a hit. Even though his back's on the ropes, he's not too smothered. It's the perfect position. He's staying just far enough away to make room for him to prepare a counter. So if Takamura-san throws a punch, he'll get hit. So not only does he have God on the side, he's got no weakness in general. We need to recognize it. Just because he's in better shape at a higher weight class, this isn't an opponent he can beat so easily. I mean, in the first place, this guy's the champion, and that's Itagaki just being on the down end of it, like looking on the negative aspects of it. It's always his strength. Shut up, he gets slapped by Aoki. We already know he's the champion of super middleweight, a peak that no Japanese could ever reach. Of course he's strong. And again, he's pounding on Takamura on the sides, against the ropes. Strong. So strong. And that's just everyone's thoughts from the Kamigawa gym and Miyata. Finally, I split it open. Ooh, uppercut. Takamura was just spewing out blood. Head is snapped back. His neck snaps straight back. So strong. The rope save him as he jumps back. And Keith comes in with a left hook. It looks mean. Hopefully you get to meet God sometime as well. You know, that's a double line. It's a left sweep. And Takamura just blocks it with a right. Just simply, oop, you're done. Takamura, try it now. He said it before. Just let it slide. He did give him advice. Old man, this is important, so I'm saying it twice. You better hold me up. Oh, he's going for like a hook counter, but this looks like when Miyata faced Arnie Gregory, and Arnie Gregory used the bloody cross where their arms interlock, and Arnie Gregory get the best of him. That's what these hooks intertwining look like. That's dope, and that's the end of the chapter. This is the Monster Takamura's adaptability. To be continued next week. Oh, that's so good. So good. Too much chapters left. Damn, that's good. Chapter 1346. Let it slide. Hajime no Ippo, it really don't be getting no better than that. I should really make a video about best manga, sports manga out there. Will the coach's teachings be a catalyst for turning the tables? A left is coming. No, it's a right. And Takamura lands. Takamura's right counter unleashed. And you just see how powerful the punch is, putting a dent in Keith's face, swinging his neck back, blood spewing out. The artwork is so good when he does that. Morikawa. And he's pushed back. Oh, that is such... I gotta look at this panel just a little bit longer. That's so good. That's so good. The coach did give him advice, and Takamura is even listening. Just let it slide. Give that a try. That's not something brand new Takamura would be trying. It's something he's already been doing forever. Can't you do something about it? It's really a problem. Since he was losing focus, he used that time to give him the mental energy he needed. Amazing. It was absolutely necessary to create a situation where another left swing would come. So as long as you know it's coming, any punch can be avoided. Well spotted. Big brain combo. This dude Keith fell. He really flew back and fell. That's how powerful Takamura is. He's down. The challenger is back from the dead. In the blink of an eye, the match has reversed yet again. And this did some real damage. Keith is just shocked. Takamura wobbles over to the corner. What the heck just happened? I thought Takamura was going down for sure. They all were doubting him. But a second later, the champion went flying. He was in full defense mode. The moment he guarded, he feinted that he would throw a left. Keith was forced to focus entirely on that. Clearly, he never expected for the arm that's guarding to slide through with a punch as well. Amazing. Takamura is so amazing. This means he's won. He ain't won yet. That's the third weight class he's conquered. He's the first ever Japanese super middleweight champion. And Ippo shocked. Kamagawa's grinning. I bet it's Keith getting up immediately. Keith got up. He got back up. No way. He's up after taking that full body counter head on. The champion is showing his own tenacity. The match resumes. Takamura is leaning on the ropes, catching his breath. We told you to stay down. Get him. It's now or never. Go, go, go. Finish him off. Oh, Takamura's right eye is closed. And he just lets out another scream, jumping on his chest. Are you a dumbass? Stop being a gorilla. Quit wasting time and go. He's psyching himself up. He can't push forward without it. He's really that injured. The challenger leaves the corner, dragging his leg behind him. Ooh. The champion is waiting to meet him, but he's barely on his feet as well. The tension in the ring has grown razor sharp. What on earth is happening here? This is Keith's trainer. How did it get like this? Keith still has another face to him. Oh? What face is that? Like the Metley mode from, wasn't it Gonzalez? Whoever the guy Sindel beat, the guy that beat Ippo. That should be Gonzalez, right? Should be. Let me look that up first. I really want to know. Sendo versus. Oh no, Gonzalez was the main guy. This is Ricardo Martinez. But Sendo did knock down Gonzalez. Or am I getting it wrong? Yeah, no. Yeah, Gonzalez was the one that beat Ippo and got knocked out by Sendo. Martinez is a guy that none of them can beat. The top Mexican fighter. He got down by Sendo during the practice match. All right, back to the story. He's getting closer. The man is a demon, a god slayer, a demon for a demon. They call me Manhattan's Demon King. Time for me to show you why. So he got like two modes, like Metzli mode from Gonzalez. He's going for it. They're going to decide it. Both fighters are in the ring. They are both within firing range. They're just feeling each other out, getting the distance. Oh, those stares are deadly. The champion's right and the challenger's left. In exchange, they both pop each other's head back. Both bleeding from their hits. Keith stands. Keith stumbles back. So does Takamura. His right leg is in front. It's his true form. Southpaw. So in the middle of punching and returning back, he switched stance. He just threw as a right. What he just threw was a right jab. He was measuring the distance. There are plenty of advantages to putting your dominant hand in front as a scout and as a shield. It lets you build an impregnable stronghold. It becomes the protector left, the god left. However, if you switch it to the rear, then it becomes the god of destruction, the demon left. Wow. That's why he's called the Demon King. This is what the switch was for. His dominant hand he was holding back is now working as a big cannon. A left swing, the punch he's worst against, and that's worse. And what's worse is from southpaw stance for the first time, the Demon King shows no mercy. So what is he like, De La Hoya versus where De La Hoya is orthodox but fights from a southpaw stance? Why won't he put up his guard? Can he not see it coming? And all you see is Takamura's head get slammed. So Takamura, as far as we know, he couldn't guard it. And that's the end of the chapter 1346. All right, last chapter for today. One more. They're really, wow. Hajime No Ippo, chapter 1347. In this fist. Okay, so we're seeing how it hit. Ooh, nope. Oh, Takamura did an old Ippo flashback where Ippo was taught to block with his forehead. That way you break the wrist of your opponent, and that's what Takamura did. He took the hit, but on his forehead, and the damage is barely there. Well, you can see blood from his forehead, but that hurt Keith more than it did Takamura, I bet. Yep. And Takamura comes back with his own. Ooh. Actually, that hit didn't even hit Takamura flush. Takamura let it slide off. And he's getting his counter in. Oh. And he just destroys Keith's face. And Keith, oh, shoo. Damn. Keith is down. He's doubled over on the ground. What are you praying for? Who are you praying to? There are things I can't control on my own. this things my strength isn't enough for. If they really do exist, and if you're so buddy buddy with the gods, I was going to ask you to introduce me. But looking at you now, I don't think there's any point to it anymore. Like I figured, the only thing that can snatch victory is in this fist. And Takamura raises his hand as he goes to the corner, and the ref waves his hand. That's a KO. The match is over in 4 rounds. That's the thing about Takamura. After that Ethan Hawke fight, the author can try and make it seem like these are good fights for Takamura, but it's like inevitable that he's going to win every match. Oh, that's so good. That's just so good. The match is over. The referee takes one look at the fallen champion and he crosses his arms. It's over. The crowd's in uproar. And now it's his 3rd weight class conquered. It's the birth of Japan's first super middleweight champion. As everyone's on their feet, Ippo's copping in. Takamura-san. Kamigawa's getting him a seat. No, he's keeping from falling, actually. Good job. I bet those words mean so much to Takamura. Yeah, I bet those words mean so much to him. Though he won't say it. You see Takamura, he's getting help from Kamigawa to walk over. Makunoichi, we're going too. Okay, are you okay? I'm just so moved. My legs gave out. Incredible. He's just so incredible. Takamura-kun, the belt. But wow, I was stunned by everything the gods were doing for him. The gods. That wasn't luck or gods or anything. It was just a man, his techniques, and his fist. He did all that with his own skill and effort. Good. And then look at Keith as he walks away to his corner. They tie a rag around Takamura's forehead. And he's now the WBC champion of the super middleweight division. It's the belt. He's got the super middleweight belt. He really did it. Are you happy? I'm giving them all to you anyway. It's not just a dream. A 3 weight class conquest. He really did it. He did it. What a man. He said he wouldn't. He did. That's so moving, Takamura. He really managed to do it. He changed history. Master and disciple. Both so proud. Those two are just incredible. The first. It was truly a night fully of first. The first ever Japanese 3 weight class champion and the birth of Japan's first super middleweight champion. Everyone here tonight is a witness to history. Tell everyone what you saw here tonight. Spread the story far and wide. The whole world know about what happened. A holy battle between angel and devil decided to be continued. That was good. I'm glad this fight didn't go on longer than that. Just like I said before, it's hard to make it seem like Takamura truly got a challenge. It seems like death. It is inevitable that he's gonna win. But it was good. The way the author does go about it is pretty good. Well, he's been doing it for these past fights for Takamura, Bison, and Keith. Not a bad job, but Ippo needs to hop up in that ring already. It's getting annoying that he's not. I wonder who we're gonna see next. We just saw Sendo with an amazing match. Anyways, thank you for anyone who watched, took the time out, leave a like or comment on the video. Thank you. I'll be back with more soon. Y'all have a good one.